Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to our newest, biggest, and arguably most insane challenge yet. I'm talking about taking the club that coined the phrase Spursy and making them champions. But seriously, is there a club that looks more unlikely in the Big Six than Tottenham Hotspur to win the Premier League anytime soon? Right now, the situation is dire. Thomas Frank, the man who is supposed to bring stability, pragmaticism, and a unified environment for this seemingly disrupted club, has been totally underperforming. We're languishing outside of European spots, the football is dire, and the atmosphere around the club is beyond toxic. We're stepping into the hot seat with three main objectives in our mind. 1, reduce a massively overbloated squad. 2, bring attacking football back to the lane. And 3, build off the success of the Europa League win and bring home major silverware within 2 seasons. So let's get to it. Let's jump into the Tottenham Hotspur Football Manager 26 save. And here we are, Adam Rourke, set to become the manager of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. For this first window, we're going to have transfers turned off. I'm trying to keep it realistic by maintaining the exact same squad that is currently available today, as well as making small modifications to the tactics to make us a little bit more attacking. So we're going to be looking to upgrade our squad within January. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after preseason to make sure that we are ready to kick off our Premier League campaign. So we finally made it to the start of the season. A couple of things to go over before we get into the actual match day. One of our goals setting out in this save was to win the Premier League, but we do have a secondary goal of ensuring that we bring home major silverware to the club within 2 years. Now, we were able to win the Super Cup. We won it on penalties. I don't really consider this to be a major trophy at this point in time, so we are looking at achieving either the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Premier League, or the Champions League along the way. That's the goal, that's the objective. So we're going to be focusing on doing those within 2 seasons, ultimately winning the Premier League within 5 seasons. First match day of the season, we are playing Burnley at home. You'll notice that on our right wing, Mohamed Kudus is not available, and that's because he was injured during the Super Cup match. He's going to be out for about 2 weeks, but we're going to be focusing on making sure that we pull together the resources that we have. We're going to be starting Brennan Johnson on the right side. We'll be playing predominantly a 4-2-3-1. Let's just jump in. All right, match day for us against Burnley. Let's get rolling. Let's see. Well, we got a lot of work to do, so let's just say we're the favorites here. So go on out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. If you remember from earlier in the season, Tottenham Hotspur did end up beating Burnley 3-0 at home. Might be looking a little bit different today. The intent is to play with a lot of attacking pace, as well as focusing on generating a lot of attacks. So let's hope these tactics pick up for us. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Just a couple of quick settings. We do have it only on key highlights. We've turned off dynamic mode, so hopefully we can get through a lot of these matches pretty quickly. See Udogie carrying it up the pitch here. Pass it into Odebear, into Simmons. To Poro. Ooh, flashes it across goal. Romero picks it up. Passes it up to Poro. Over to Brennan Johnson. Polina. To Poro. Flashes it in a goal, and there is Siemens with his debut goal for the club. Let's go. I feel like Poro just adds such a dynamic from the wingback position. He just throws in some amazing crosses. The only problem is doesn't necessarily do the job that he's supposed to with the defensive end of things, but ultimately a phenomenal right back. So we're going to be hoping to hold on to him for a really long time. Again, really dominating possession here. 1.09 XG. 22 minutes in, had a couple of good highlights, some good attacking pieces here. Odebear's carrying it up. Really love Odebear. Ooh, off the post for Brennan Johnson. Man, up to Porro. Porro over to Johnson. Ooh, flashes it across goal again. Good save from Dubravka. Porro on the corner though. Let's see if we can get anything out of here. Paulinho skies it. Like, we have these shouts in here now, and I just never use them anymore because I got so used to playing without them. But it used to feel like such an important part of the previous FMs. I've been playing since FM16, and it felt like such a crucial aspect of it. So glad to see it's back, but I've kind of already lost touch with it. Back on attack here already. So Porro in to Odebear, gets flashed out to Edwards. Doggy winning the ball again. Odebear in. An absolute ripper from Udagi. Great goal. Great goal from Odebear as well. Holy cow. That was just phenomenal play there. Look at this. Absolutely bangs it in. Let's go. Wow. Unreal goal. I can't even pronounce that name. I don't even know who it is. Tuchuana? Holy cow, that's an insane goal. Doggy clears it out, and he just catches it on the volley too. I mean, there's just no stopping that. Absolutely no stopping it. And that was their first shot on goal too. It generated 0.01 XG. What do you say to the team other than things are going well, but you know you're capable even better? I think that we can ultimately do just a tiny bit better here. Bomb from Odebear. Holy God. Just an absolute beauty. They were telling me to have him stop shooting as much earlier. That's crazy. Just a fantastic goal. Again, really have been dominating though. 19 shots to 1, 11 on target, 2.15 XG to 0.01, 7 corners, and we're still lacking on possession. That is absolutely nuts. Had all the match momentum basically. We're all going to make a couple of subs though. We're going to go ahead and bring Svensson for Porro. Just get some fresh legs. Looks like Madison is back. Well, that's not realistic at all because he is out for the season for us. I'm going to go ahead and bring Bentancur on for Paulinho. And then we're going to bring on Bergvall for Sar. In from Udagi. Oh my gosh. I swear we've hit the post so many times this match. Get some finishers on this team. I was really thinking that we were going to have to go and maybe get a left winger in January, but I don't know. Maybe just for coverage. Another goal. Amazing cross in by Jed Spence, by the way, in Kolumwani with the finish, and also gets his first league goal of the campaign. He did score in the Super Cup, so no debut goal, but he does get a goal here. And that will do it. One match, one win. Overall, phenomenal. The possession kind of scares me a little bit with him having a more. I'd like to dominate possession a little bit more, but I can live with that when we have 32 shots and 17 shots on target. 3.67 XG generated. Just the stats are looking amazing. Probably need to work a little bit on this passes completed, but we don't have a ton of technical players. That's been the biggest problem, and even in real life, is kind of looking for that technical midfielder. So that's definitely something that we're going to be looking to address within the January transfer window. Crosses complete 21%. I feel like that's pretty good considering. And then the average rating down here, this is what I love to see, is that the average rating was 7.3. Happy with the result and the way you've played. Pretty amazing outcome, all things considered. And unfortunately, we have a very tough match today against Manchester City. Tottenham were thankfully able to pull this one off back in August with a 2-0 win. Today might look the same, might look totally different. We do not have Mohamed Kudus available again, so we are going to be starting Johnson again, and a lot of the lineup is going to look very similar to what we saw last time, except the mentality is going to be a little bit more balanced. So let's jump right in. We are going to be focusing on utilizing our shouts more this round, so we're going to continue to encourage. That was always my favorite one as I was playing in previous FM installations, so I'm really excited to get this one going. Man City is always a tough test for this club, but it seems like Tottenham has always been the bogey club, so let's hope that it pays off here. So nearly 20 minutes in, haven't had a single highlight. Guess it could be worse, could be down already, but not a lot of XG on both sides, not a lot of shots either. Pretty much dominant possession from Manchester City, so let's see if it carries on. Our first highlight of the game comes in the 45th minute of the match. So we have Donnarumma passing out to Rico Lewis, to Bernardo Silva, to Reinders, to Haaland. Oh no, I got a bad feeling about this one. Oh, please be offsides. It's not. That is Erling Haaland. Wait a second, VAR? It's disallowed. They must have fixed one of the bugs there that causes it to not automatically display VAR offsides. That was a huge bug early on in the game where it was like immediate, and while it was a great stress relief for me, it didn't always provide a lot of climactic experience inside of the match. It was very anticlimactic. So we made it to the half. Not much to write home about. 0.49 XG to 0.38. They've had a lot more possession, similar shots on target, similar amount of shots. Still, that passing completion is right around the 86% for us. I'd like it to be a little bit higher. We might need to play with our tactics a little bit more. Not great on the ratings perspective. We have Van de Ven as the only player that is at 7, so we're going to make some halftime adjustments just to make sure that we can get a little bit of something going here. So really the only changes that we made, we brought in Spinsen because Porro had a yellow card, and we also brought Rodrigo Bentancur in to take over for Sarr, just keep a little bit of fresh legs. We did change some of our instructions to make it a little bit more shorting and direct passes. Looks like they have a highlight right here, and it's a miss, thank God. That would have looked really foolish if we would have conceded in the first 2 minutes, but thankfully we didn't. We pick it back up in the 54th minute, nearly the 55th. City are kind of having their way with us in terms of just controlling the overall game. Pass it up on the wing to Doku, over to Haaland. Oh, what a save, what a save, no, oh. My God. Luckiest sequence I've seen in a long time. That was 2 massive saves and then a post hit. City are getting all the highlights, by the way. I don't know that we've had a single highlight with a shot at this point. Just kind of playing it out the back here, up to Doku, up to Haaland. Oh no. Wow, Vicario is having potentially the game of his life. Okay, we're gonna make some adjustments here. We're 63 minutes in nearly. They have 1.70. We haven't generated a single 10th of XG since halftime. We're gonna pivot a little bit here. We're going to slow down the pace a little bit more. We're going to make some changes here. We're going to go back to our original plan with the standard passing, our team shape. We're going to go ahead and bring in some attacking options. I like the idea of bringing in maybe Richarlison to this. And then we're going to push Simons out on the wing, and we are going to push Madison into the midfield. We're going to confirm the changes. See how it goes. Will we finally get a highlight? We have the ball at least right now. Let's see. So we got Siemens up here. Moved him over to the left wing. Hey, at least we got to see our team shoot. Another highlight for City. They're picking it up. Gvardiol, Diaz. I feel like it's just really hard to plan and prepare against this City team. It just seems like every single time I play them, it is just constant pressure. One last highlight here. I'm a little nervous, I'm going to be honest. It's the 95th minute. Only 6 minutes of added time. We pick up the ball. Not for long. Oh, I got a nasty feeling about this. Oh man, Spence looks to be in some serious pain here. Honestly, I don't know how we got that out of that with a point. The stats are very telling here. We need to shape up a whole lot. We did have almost as many shots on target as them, but some really glaringly poor numbers. Only 0.42 XG. We generated only 0.03 XG in the second half. Gonna have to make some adjustments going forward here. And we're back for our third and final match of the stream. We are taking on Bournemouth this week. Tottenham did lose this one earlier in the season, but that's okay because we're making new memories here. We also have some really important team news. Mohamed Kudus is back in the lineup, which means we now have an extra layer of depth between him and Johnson. So let's see what we can accomplish here on this match week 3. Our first highlight of the match comes in the 10th minute with a corner from Mohamed Kudus. Let's see if he can make the difference here. No good, just wide. That's okay. I'm gonna pause here. So we're 10 minutes in. I know it's a small scale. There's a lot more match to go, but I just want to point out one glaringly obvious fact from the match stats. You probably can tell what I'm gonna say. Yes, it's the possession. 80% possession through the first 10 minutes is a marked improvement from our side as we go into this tough Bournemouth side. 0.38 XG already generated against their 0. Let's keep it going. Another corner from Kudus. Passes it into Romero and bang. Already making a difference. This is exactly why we needed him in the side. Could have been a lot different City game had we had old Mohamed Kudus in our side last time. Probably one of my favorite players in the squad right now. Just been an amazing asset to the team. Super technical, super creative. It's something that we feel like we've been missing for a really long time. But again, there are areas in the squad that we can improve, and we will be doing so in the next window. We have a Bournemouth highlight. Smith carrying it up the field. Fun fact. I did have a bunch of online saves with my buddies, and I was Bournemouth for a long time. Won a Premier League with them. That was a ton of fun. That was FM24, which still remains one of the best ones. Porro's pushing up here, up to Simons. Another goal. That's 2-0 to the Tottenham Hotspur. Simons again with his second goal of the season. Another Porro assist. Feels like this could be quite the duo here. Really impressed with how we've been playing for so far. It's going to only get better from here. Tottenham highlight? Nope. It's going to go, oh, maybe so. Onto a doggy. Polina. Kudus. Porro. Romero. Back to Porro. Is he going to whip it across? He sure is. We reach halftime, and it has absolutely been a tale of Tottenham Hotspur. We have a Romero goal. We have a Simons goal, and we have a Muani goal. Kudus, immediate impact. Porro, usual impact. Muani, love to see him get on the score sheet again. That's 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Simons. Romero's first goal, Kudus' first assist, and let's be honest, Porro probably has multiple assists at this point. I'm not really keeping track, but we're going to be looking at all those stats later. What I want to call out here is a couple of things. Possession stats looking phenomenal. 64%, that is a sweet spot for us. We really are controlling the game at that point. We have a ton of shots on target, and a really good XG number comparatively to Bournemouth. So we're going to pick it up into the second half. Let's see if we can wrap this one up 3-0. Feeling pretty good right now. We have a Bournemouth highlight. Over to Diakite, and he does score off the Vicario blunder. I won't lie, I think I've seen that blunder once or twice in real life. It's okay. I love keeping a clean sheet. It's not going to happen this time, but ultimately, we're still in control here. Just need to clean up a couple of things. Another Tottenham highlight. Simons on the corner. Let's see what happens. I love the time wasting. Important at this point in the match. That's a double from Romero and a Simons goal and assist. That's another set piece goal too. That's 2 set piece goals this match. Might have found our rhythm here from the set piece specialist himself. And that's that. A 4-1 win against Bournemouth. All in all, that's a pretty awesome result. The possession did trail off a little bit. I'm still glad that we maintained the majority of it. I would like us to get maybe a little bit more towards that 60% range. Awesome number of shots on target. 13 against 22 total. Amazing. The XG, 2.08. That's phenomenal as well. We did give them some pretty good chances in the second half there. I will say that that Diakite goal was likely a high XG indicator there. So hopefully we can prevent those types of changes going forward. The next piece that I want to call out is the passes completed. I like that I see this number going up. That's fantastic. Same with the crosses completed. And overall, pretty good match from a lot of the team. Romero, 8.6 is phenomenal. I love also seeing Xavi Simons with a 7.8. Even Muani and then some of our substitutes in here have also had really fantastic matches. So after match week 3, we find ourselves at the top of the table, just slightly edging out Liverpool, who are also on 7 points, as well as Everton, Aston Villa, and Man United. I love what I'm seeing so far. 8 goals for, 2 goals against. We had a clean sheet against Manchester City, who did end up losing to Brighton, by the way. So maybe our draw wasn't as good as we thought it was going to be. For our next episode in our Tottenham save, we're going to be facing off against Chelsea, Man United, and Arsenal. It's going to be a little bit of London derby thrown in there, even a North London derby, a Europa League final rematch. Super excited to get this one rolling with you all. And once again, thank you so much for joining me in episode 1 of this Tottenham save. It means a ton that you stayed this long to watch the video. I do really encourage you to like, subscribe, and comment on this YouTube channel and this video. I'm really excited to bring you forth some more content. Football's my passion, playing games, I love to do it. I'm just a dad, I'm a husband, I'm doing this for fun, but I'm doing this for you as well. So if you have any save ideas or you have anything or content you'd love to see, I love feedback. It's the most important way for me to grow this channel. So again, thank you so much and looking forward to it next time.